Look, he's back with a brand new video. Okay, this is a video about games, and different consoles, or consoles that you've played or grew up with. So this is gonna be a fun video. I was tagged by PieDisliker. I'll link his channel or his video up there or in an annotation, even though annotations don't exist anymore. I'll make one. That's fine. So I got tagged by him. Very kind of you. So let's talk about games, because those are the best. More specifically, games that I either grew up with or play now or just remember really fondly. I don't have as many consoles on my list as other people might do, because I was never that big on consoles, or I never really had them, but I did have a few as a child and I really remembered them. But I'm gonna cheat and I'm gonna start with one that I do have, but it's a virtual console, a mini console. It's actually just behind me. So we're gonna be starting with the Commodore 64. Shame it's not the real one, but one day. Oh, obviously this is like a mini console, so it's not the original, but it has a great selection of games. There's quite a few I really enjoy, but I have to, like, every time I go on it, I have to play Spin Dizzy. Hopefully I show this up because people probably don't know about this one. I mean, maybe retro fans will. I'm sure they will. That's my favourite from the C64 that I've tried. I have played with a real Commodore 64 and it was very fun. It was really interesting. Played with a lot of old, because I quite enjoy my old retro computers from the 80s and 90s. I've played all of them, but obviously from like the most experience I have, because I might have played a BBC Micro once, but I can't say I have that much experience. But with the 64, obviously I have more experience, so I can say I really enjoy Spin Dizzy. It's a really fun, I don't know what, I was going to call it a platform. It's not a platformer. Obviously not. It's like a puzzle game. But it's really nice because it's like a 3D environment within a 2D space. It's really cool. It's really simple but pretty, and you're just like this little, like, not hexagon, but like a little triangle guy, and you gotta find your way around. It's a really complex map. You gotta like remember where you've been, where you haven't been, like what you need. There's a lot of memory as well in this game, which is normal for the time, because old games, there's a lot of memory towards it. You gotta remember where you are, where you've been. But it's a really neat little game. It's really nice. It's not. It's not simple and it's not hard, I wouldn't say, unless you were like trying to speedrun it, then maybe maybe it's a little bit difficult because you just fall off the edge. You do have limited lives, but it's a really fun game. I can't say much about it because it's not like there's a story or characters to it. Unless you want to talk about this little guy, then yes, there's a character. But yeah, for the C64, I'll keep it short and sweet. Spin Dizzy. Favourite game. So I'll add that to a list that I hopefully put on screen. Now I'm going to swiftly move to the SNES. Didn't have one. Never had one. Would like one. Maybe I'll get the mini console, because that's got a great compilation of their games. But I'll keep it short again because I don't have that much experience with it. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet because I don't have that much experience with it, but the experience I have had even has been really enjoyable. I mean, you don't even need to play something like Mario 64 to know what it's like, because it's a game everyone knows about. But from experience, since I played this game with Maxu, I would say Donkey Kong Country. I mean, yes, there's so many great SNES games. I'd love to own them or play them, but obviously, you can't play all of them. And I'd just like to own one. The nice little, now yellow box of great games would be really great. But yeah, Donkey Kong Country. That's at the top of the list. It's just I mean, Rareware, come on, they make great games. Come on, wish they were still around, or you know, not basically dead. I think they're still around, but they're making like mobile games or something. I don't know, man. But they make great games. It looks really cool. I just like, you did get 2 lives. If it was me, I'd be like, hey, can I have like 10 lives? That'd be great. But I really enjoyed it. Like, the music was great. Like, you just listen to the music on its own. There's a remastered version of it on YouTube, but just listen to it and it's like so nice. It's either calming or like really intense. It still looks amazing though, I gotta say. And you know, I mean, I'm not the world's biggest Donkey Kong fan. Don't get me wrong, I'm don't know that much about DK, but what I do know is I really enjoy his GameCube game, but that's not on this list. But yeah, Donkey Kong Country, gotta put that on my list. It's just a really fun game. It's difficult, but you get the hang of it. And I mean, you got everyone that King K. Rool's there as well, with his gun. It's great. Keeping that one short and simple as well, because again, don't have that much experience, but from what I have, that's on the list. Transition scene. Now to the PS2, the first one I truly remember, because that I think was the first console I ever had. Funnily enough, I had like 2 games in it, but I only remember one of them. And so the game for the PS2 I'm putting on, Need for Speed 2 Underground. Yes. Yeah, people aren't gonna like that. It's probably because that was literally the only game I had, but I really enjoyed it. I mean, I had like the steering wheel and everything, so I mean, I couldn't say no as like a young kid. I'm like, dude, I want to drive a car. Nowadays, maybe not, but yeah, Need for Speed 2 Underground, that's going on the list, because I really fondly remember it. I remember like playing it for like hours and just having a lot of fun. Yeah, it's just a Need for Speed game. It's just a racing game, you know. It's probably made by THQ and it's like great. I mean, they made SpongeBob, so at least they got something good. I don't know who, I can't remember who made it, but it's probably them. But yeah, Need for Speed. I'd say, since that's all I remember, I mean, if I had like Kingdom Hearts or something, or Final Fantasy, I'd probably say one of them, alright? I mean, I could say Kingdom Hearts since I've seen every game, so, but no like actual experience with it, so yeah, that one's staying on my list. Now, I can actually, for the next category, I don't know, for the next console, we're going handheld now. Just once though. Going handheld with the Game Boy Advance, and I actually have the game. Don't ask me if it's like the original. But yeah, I have got to say, I've got quite a few really fun games on the GBA that I personally enjoy, like Simpsons Road Rage and Rayman, and I have a random Jungle Book game from the Game Boy. Not adding that one. That one's okay. But I will say that my favourite will have to be... Great, it's not even the right game. Am I leaving this in? Because I've just got the wrong game. Right. Technical hiccup. I thought I had the right game. I didn't. I had Mother 3 in it. Fire Emblem. Is that gonna focus? Focus. Come on. Focus on. It's fine. You guys know what it looks like. Yeah. Fire Emblem. Sacred Stones. Now I have some boos in the chat probably. I don't know if anyone has anything against Sacred Stones. I just don't hear much about it. Like most people are talking about the Blazing Blade. I always tongue twist that name, but everyone always talks about the first GBA Fire Emblem. So I don't know if people boo at it, boo at Sacred Stones, but I think people like the first one better. But I don't have experience with that one, so I'm gonna stick with my list. And also because my favourite Fire Emblem character is there, so I'm not gonna say no to that. To be fair, I have sunk in like more hours on these Game Boy Advance games than I have on like PC games or like Wii games, and that's saying a lot. Like if like I've done like almost 16 hours on that game, that's a lot when I spent like 3 hours on a normal PC game. But yeah, really enjoy Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. It's there's something about it. There's something about I'm sure it can be said for like all the old handheld Fire Emblem games, but it's just really nice to play. Like yeah, obviously you need some skill, some strategy, but you can just kind of relax and do it at your own pace. Yes, like if you lose a character, if a character dies, they're gone. But that's the risk you gotta pay. So use strategy. Like it all makes sense. And mages are great. Get all the mages you can because they are amazing in this game. Oh my god, level 1 mages, they can beat like anyone. I'm not even kidding. But yeah, I'm gonna put Fire Emblem here because I really enjoy it. The story is really cool. The villain, he is a weirdo, but it's amazing. he is not giving up. He does not say no. Story is really cool. Sorry, microphone. Sorry, headphone users. Story is great. Really enjoy the graphics. I for some reason I wasn't expecting it to be so fluid, because some of the attack animations, you know, for the main characters, they are like, wow, it looks so good. It's so like fluid and, you know, animated for like 3 pixels. It's so nice. Even the backgrounds are like really detailed and really pretty. Again, like the characters, I like how you can choose like the story you want to go with, you know. But it's a really fun, immersive game, and it's got a lot of replay value because you can, like, you know, do the other storyline, or you can, you know, just recruit different people or not recruit someone, or find out you need to recruit. I don't know, man. But it's a great game. Putting that on the list. Next, we're going to the GameCube, which I can also show, and I actually have it ready. So, put you to the side, and I will get my favourite GameCube game from what I own, because if I could choose any GameCube game that I've played, it's still tough. I mean, I could say Mario Sunshine, because I do have experience with that game as a child, but I'm gonna go for something recent just because I want to mix and match it a little bit matchy. And I would put it in the Wii, but I put something else there, so might be disappointed, but it's supposed to be an honest list. Anyway, favorite GameCube game, it was tough. I mean, I really enjoyed Donkey Konga, so I mean, it's probably either this or Star Fox, possibly Spyro, but I'm gonna say Double Dash, because this is a great game. Yeah, it still has the box error of the backwards Luigi. Amazing. You guys did great. But Mario Kart Double Dash, my favourite GameCube game. Please don't set the chat on fire yet. Please don't. I will explain why. I haven't played every single GameCube game. I would like to, because they're pretty much all amazing. But I just don't own all of them. I own a very small selection of them. So I chose from my list, my GameCube games, and I went, Double Dash is great. Because one, I probably would have put a Mario Kart anyway, either that or Wii. I enjoy them both. Because a Mario Kart game is just, it's nice. Like sometimes it might be really safe, but it's a really good bet. Like everyone enjoys Mario Kart. Most people enjoy Mario Kart, and it's just a really fun game. And you might as well go with Double Dash because it's one of the most interesting ones. Like it might not have the biggest character selection, and it might be more difficult than the others, but that's what makes it nice. It's just like, you know, a compact amount of characters, and you can either make them work together or like completely like disregard each other, like who they are, because you could have like Birdo and like Donkey Kong. It's like, okay, makes sense, but it's a really fun game. And you know, the double part, it's a nice touch. It honestly is. The graphics, you know, they're really nice. The GameCube graphics always look good. They might feel dated to some people, but I'd say they still hold up really well. And the controls are great, you know. I mean, just being able to use a GameCube controller, like, please, give me any game. I don't care if it's shovelware. I'll take it if I can use a GameCube controller. But it's just a really nice game. There's loads of stuff you can do. It's obviously it has tons of replay value, because Mario Kart game, you just play it whenever and how many times. Like, you don't really get bored of it. But no, it's really fun. I would go into all the specific details, but someone else has made a video about that, so that's fine. You don't need to hear me talk about that, just my experience. But yeah, I really enjoy the game. That's going on the GameCube pile. It's not a pile, it's a list, but same thing. Yeah, Mario Kart Double Dash. Play it if you can. It's a really fun game. Play any Mario Kart, honestly. They're all great. Now onto the Wii, which I like the Wii way too much. There's something about it that really charms me. Even if most of it's third-party shovelware, I still really enjoy it. So it was hard to choose a game, because it was like the contestants were like the game that I chose, Animal Crossing, which I've been really enjoying, Mario Sunshine, which I enjoyed as a child, and a few other games, but I had to make the hard decision, and I had to say, God, brace yourselves, okay? Lego Indiana Jones. Yeah, okay. That is the game that I chose for the Wii. Out of like the bajillion games that they have, I chose a Lego game. Why didn't I go for like Lego Star Wars or something more known? I'm like, because I didn't play that one. I played Indiana Jones. It was either that or Wii Party, and I'm not choosing Wii Party. Actually, maybe I could. That's okay. But Lego Indiana Jones, really enjoyed the game. Like, I was pretty close to 100% in it as a child, but I got stuck, and I just kind of like gave up and just started like walking around the monastery area or the castle, whatever it was. Just, God, yeah, I remember blowing everyone up, going into the library, blowing all the books up, just blowing up everything. That game was amazing. I really enjoyed it. Can't say it was, you know, it's not the best game ever. It's a Lego game, but it's one of the old Lego games. Everyone enjoys them. That was the same time I enjoyed Lego Island. You guys remember that game? That was an amazing game. I would have chosen that for one of my later picks, but I went for new games. Yeah, Lego Indiana Jones. That has to be on the list. Just because I have so many fond memories of it. Just playing with it, having fun, and completing quite a lot of it until I got like truly stuck. I think in a river somewhere, and I just couldn't find a key. But yeah, if I could, I would revisit that game and probably try and 100% it. Child me really enjoyed it, and I still enjoy it now. It was hard to choose a Wii game, but yeah. Now we'll smoothly go on to my 2 PC picks. I don't know why I chose 2, probably because I've just got so many PC games, I just couldn't choose one. I had to give 2 shoutouts. one of them is a game I've 100%ed, and one of them is just a game I really enjoy. And it's great, and I'm sure everyone's already played these two because they're just like normal PC games. So, but first on the list is Hat in Time. Look, there's a purple hat. It's the pirate hat, but nobody knows that. But yeah, I choose Hat in Time because there's just something really fun about it. Like, maybe not the biggest fan of platformers, but this one, they just do it so right. And obviously you gotta love the graphics, and just Hat Kid herself, she's like, oh my gosh. And all the characters, like the conductor, and names are evading me right now, but just all the characters are great, are amazing. The Queen, I forgot what, I don't think she was called the Queen, but she is, you know, the Queen of the Haunted Manor. That was like the first game that actually genuinely scared me. It wasn't even that scary, but it was just, I played it at night. I was in her manor like at midnight. I was in a weird place. But Hat in Time on the list because it's a really fun, like, open world games are really great. The maps are like huge. You get used to them after a while, so you know where to go, but that's good. Because if you're doing like a mission, you want to know where you're going. The maps aren't, they're somewhat confusing, but not in a bad way. Just in a, it's just really pretty as well, and it's just a really cute game overall. The bosses are damn hard, but we'll ignore that because it's a really great game with some great DLC. I think that's all for Hat in Time. It's probably something else I forgot, but yeah, amazing game on the list. And for my second pick for PC is Ori and the Blind Forest, a game I've actually 100%ed. That happens once in a blue moon. I almost have no other games I've 100%ed, but Ori I have, because it's a really fun game. Everyone seems to really like this game as well, so that makes me happy. It's a really pretty game. The platforming, I do a lot of platformers, but the platforming's really great. Like, people say they don't enjoy the controls, but personally I do. So I think it's up to your taste. If you like it, maybe it's better with a controller, maybe it's better with keyboard and mouse. There's some like really tricky areas. Like, the game can be very tricky. The boss stages, which is just basically speed run this, are like really fun. They're quite difficult, but if you don't get it like the first time, a few times, it's such a good game, and it's like so pretty, and the characters are really nice. It's a sad story, but you know, I mean, I was told, like, when I first got it, you'll cry at the end. I definitely got teary. You were right. Ori, it's a great game. Just check it out. It's amazing. It's fun. It's cute, and it's a game you could just pick up and just play for an hour, see what happens. You'll enjoy it, honestly. The second game's out, so time to play that at some point. Transition. I'm probably not going to edit this like crazy because it's going to take forever, but yeah, I think I'm done with my video. This was really fun to just talk about games I really enjoy, or I remember, or I'm playing right now that I'm really into. It's just a lot of fun to talk about this stuff, and like, start a discussion. Come on, guys, like, what are your favorite games? I sound like such a PG channel when I say that, but it's a really interesting thing to talk about, and to see if other people agree with you or have like other like games they may want to like show you. Like, always up for like learning about new games. But yeah, thank you, Pi, for the tag. Hopefully this list didn't start a war. That would be unfortunate. I know the list is very mismatched, and okay, there's better games on these consoles, but you chose that. But again, it's just what I enjoyed. I mean, there might be children that like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire on Wii, and I'm like, that's like the cheapest game you could think of. Or someone like You Draw, and I'm like, you okay? But we all have our own opinions, and I'd love to hear them. So I don't know, you can make your own video or just make a comment. I don't mind, honestly. Love to hear what you guys are like into, what you enjoy or what you used to enjoy. Yeah, before this video gets to 30 minutes, I will bid you adieu. So I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope this will be out soon, because I'm gonna procrastinate on editing it. But yeah, bye bye for now. See you in another video. No idea what it's gonna be, but I'll see you soon. So bye bye. Stay safe.